Good evening and welcome along to the Wadham Lodge Sports Ground for live 90 minutes commentary of Walthamstow FC versus Enfield Town. It's the third part in Enfield Town's pre-season jamboree. We've come out to East London. It's a lovely stadium, lovely little stadium, plenty of character. There's a smattering of Town fans, the weather is warm. It's shaping up to be a pretty intriguing afternoon's work. Town are going to do the usual spate of second half substitutions. There's a raft of trialists in both halves lined up. We'll come to the team sheet shortly, fill you in on that before kick-off, but before that it's my great pleasure to introduce the happiest man in North London, Enfield Town fan extraordinaire, John Manatara. John, how are you and what are you looking for in tonight's match?
Yeah, I'm quite excited. It's great to get back into the season as well. I've been to Walthamstow before, and I think I saw someone play West Essex, so it's kind of a friendly club. Nice to see a club like this back, in I think they're in League, Isthmian League Division 1 North, and they did really well last year, not too far off the playoffs as well. So they've had an interesting start. They had 2 matches in one day, I think, on the 5th of July, and with Barking and Aveley. But again, it was a bit like our game the other day, with lots of trialists. That was fun with commentating, I must say, and great feedback from all our listeners out there, and all the puns intended about trialists and the Old Bailey. So I think it'll be a bit more of that tonight, actually. I've got a sneaky feeling, since we haven't been given team sheets, it'll be the trialist in the long hair coming to make his second appearance, I guess. So yeah, it's going to be fun. And Arsley won. They beat Arsley 3-1 last week, Walthamstow. So yeah, they're warming up like we are, I guess. But it's going to be fun commentating.
Fun's one way of interpreting it. Yes, we don't have a team sheet for Walthamstow, so I'm afraid at best you're going to hear team numbers for Walthamstow. The Enfield Town lineup we do have. I'm not sure if they're necessarily going to be numbered, but we'll recognise them. In goal for Enfield Town, it's going to be Reece Forster. At the back, it's going to be Yvonne Jones, trialist A, Adam Thompson, and making his Town debut, Rory Donaldson. We suspect in midfield we'll see Mickey Parcell, Sam Youngs, Billy Leonard and trialist B, and then in attack for Town it's Tommy Wood and trialist C. So we've got 3 trialists in there, one at presumably centre back, one presumably somewhere in midfield, and one presumably in attack, but we'll wait and see how the formation looks. To repeat, there isn't a team sheet for Walthamstow, so we're just going to give them numbers, presuming they have numbers, as they come out. Worth noting as well, for the second half, Town, or at least for their subs bench, Town have lined up A.D. Connolly, Zav Benjamin, Henry Hawkins, Jay Lambert, Joe Payne, Bailey Brown, and then 3 more trialists. So we can expect a lot more changes in the second half. The players have come out onto the pitch. I should mention this match is the Caelan Dennis Memorial Cup. It's in memory of Caelan Dennis, who died in December, aged just 17. A Walthamstow youth player, came through the Barnet ranks. He collapsed on the pitch in the middle of a game, aged just 17, in December. So well done to Walthamstow FC for dedicating this cup to his memory. The Walthamstow players have come out. They're dressed top to toe in a fairly light shade of blue. They do at least have numbers, I'm pleased to report. And the Town players are clad in yellow from top to toe. Yellow shirts, yellow shorts, yellow socks. Reece Forster is in goal for Town. He's got one of those very garish orange, luminous orange shirts. And black shorts, possibly black leggings. Short sleeve shirt and black leggings. Riddle me that. I don't understand it. If you've been out today at all in North London, you'll be aware it's been quite an odd sort of day, climate-wise. It's been humid, muggy, but not sunny. So I think it's going to be quite a warm workout for the players, but the sun has at least gone down. It's still quite muggy, but it's not quite as humid as it was earlier. Town are lining up, it looks to me, John, with a flat back four. Tommy Woods to the right of the centre circle, and the trialist B, I guess we'll call him, is wearing number 10. He's to the left of the centre circle. So it looks like Town are going to play 4-4-2. One of the trialists, trialist C, is wearing number 7. He's on the left flank. That was previously occupied by Ollie Knight a couple of weeks ago. So no particular surprises from the formation as far as you can see, John?
No, I think he's going for the interesting. Gab's going for the 4-4-2 initially this season, just trying out. I suppose it's going to take time to develop and what player plays best in what formation. Actually, similar format for set up for Walthamstow, even though they do generally like a 3-5-2. I heard, but they're going for a 4-4-2. So interesting to see. And we're going to kick off doing the usual, kicking up to the left side, and everybody runs for the ball on the left, and we never really get it.
Yeah, Town are going to kick off. It looks like Mickey Parcell is going to start proceedings. Gives his teammates an encouraging clap. The whistle goes and we are up and running. Parcell gives it straight back to Thompson. He lofts the ball high up the left, and Walthamstow win possession immediately. Donaldson gets his first touch in Enfield colours as Walthamstow look to clear. Sam Youngs takes it on his chest. Then Donaldson tries to charge down, but Walthamstow clear it and sweep the ball up into the Town half wide left. However, the ball's gone out of play just in front of the Town dugout, and indeed John Underwood gets his first touch of the match, the newly installed assistant manager for Town. Town have taken the throw quickly, and Tommy Woods picks it up. It's with trialist B, crosses low in towards the area from the right. It's cleared by Walthamstow's number 5. Hits some scaffolding. I'm not sure we'll ever see that ball again, but it's gone out for a Town corner. Town are attacking a goal that is... Well, they're attacking an end that is absolutely bedecked in scaffolding. It looks pretty permanent as well. It doesn't look like there's obvious construction going on. It's just poles. Yeah, poles erected. So there's a smattering of fans from both sides behind that goal. But in comes the corner now from the right. It's low towards the near post. An attempted flick from one of the trialists, but Walthamstow are able to smuggle it at least out of the penalty area. Donaldson tries to pick it up. Thompson. Billy Leonard gets a flick on it. Number 10 for Town, trialist B, picking the ball up now near the right-hand corner flag. Back to goal, settles for a throw. I think the initial corner came in, I think it was from Billy Leonard on the far side. We're quite low down here. We're the fourth row, about 10 yards from the side of the pitch, opposite to where Town are playing. Yvonne Jones will take the throw here for Town. Takes it short. Gives it to Leonard, gets it back. Yvonne Jones crosses right-footed, flicked header at the near post from Youngs. Secondary header is from a Walthamstow player. Trialist C picks it up on the left for Town. Crosses deep into the area. Youngs challenged through it. A Walthamstow head went up as well. The ball's gone out of play near the scaffolding, and it's a goal kick to Walthamstow. Town then on the front foot in those first 2 minutes. Is this likely to be the pattern of play, do you think, John?
Yeah, I think initially they're going to test the defence and of Walthamstow, and it seems to be the bit of a bright start really at the moment. But I guess the players have got to get to know each other with so many new trialists all the time. But I reckon this half will probably see more of a core team, and second half probably more trialists. Oh God, that's going to be really good fun, isn't it? But hey, it's part of the fun of commentating, and we'll keep it informed as best we can.
I mean, you couldn't be more non-league, especially when I think of the Club World Cup and all the riches on show. This is the absolute opposite end of the spectrum. As Adam Thompson is bundled into the ground and lands in a puff of sand, it looked like. The words on the pitch, it's a couple of different colours. There are green patches, but there are as many yellow patches as Reece Forster takes the kick long towards the Walthamstow area. It's going to turn up on the right here, pulled back for Town, half cleared by Walthamstow, and then out of the area. Parcell gets a foot in, but Walthamstow keep the ball inside their own half. Correction, the linesman disagrees, waggles his flag, and the ball's gone out of play, and Town have a throw about 15 yards inside the Walthamstow half on the right, which Yvonne Jones lobs forward towards Tommy Wood. Walthamstow, however, clear, to the corner of the right corner of the area. It's nodded back into the area. One of the trialists. Now Sam Young's took it on his chest. He was just thinking about a shot there, but a Walthamstow foot was in. And now Walthamstow can counter from halfway. Number 10 spreads the ball wide towards number 7. He picks it up left corner of the area. Faced up by Ivan Jones. And Jones has done well there to force a throw for Town. It's the first time Walthamstow have got anywhere near the Town penalty area. It's taken them 4 minutes and it's come to no avail. What do you make of the pitch, John?
It's fairly dry and bouncy because you can see the dust coming up when the ball bounces down the ground. So it's a bit of a bobbly sort of surface, but both teams playing know what it's about, so no excuses there. But yeah, obviously they must have a hosepipe ban here by looking at the state of the pitch.
Forster rolls the ball out of his area, kicks long towards the right flank. It looks like Wood picking it up. Neat footwork from him. He's beaten 2 or 3 players there. Tried to force it forward towards trialist B, but Walthamstow half cut it out, and then the flag goes up against the retreating trialist B, wearing number 10. And it's a free kick for Walthamstow just outside their own area. Can't tell you the names of the officials either, actually. There's no documentation there, but they're all in situ and looking very present and correct. Linesman with a beard, yeah. Referee without. It's a free kick then to Walthamstow just outside their own area. All 20 outfield players are congregated in about a 10-yard space as the free kick goes along towards the edge of the area, and Reece Forster comes out of his area and heads it up towards halfway. Effectively, should add. Sam Young's made a mess of that forward pass, and number 14 for Walthamstow has the ball under pressure now from Youngs. 14's forced back into his own area. Walthamstow hoists a high ball in towards the Town area. Von Jones has missed his header in the right back position. Number 11 for Walthamstow, left wing, has picked it up, looking for space for a cross, plays it short instead to number 8, left corner of the area, trying to feed it back. The deflection from Ivan Jones is going to take it to the other side of the pitch and out for Walthamstow's first corner of the game on their right. Ivan Jones missed his header there, and Town not looking entirely sure of themselves defensively in that particular attack.
Yeah, a bit of a muddle there, briefly. And hence for the corner. It was a bit of a soft corner, really, but with some misunderstanding there.
In comes the corner towards the near post. It's taken casually enough on the chest by Tommy Woods, but closed down. He couldn't clear very far. Trialist C half cleared. Ball stabbed back into the area. It's cleared eventually by Town. Trialist C now lobs the ball high up the pitch. David Hughes, the Walthamstow goalkeeper, gets a foot in it, sends it up towards the corner flag. There's a clash of heads. Play goes on. Thompson clears by hooking over his head. It's going to come back at Town though. Needs to put the foot in the ball. Parcell tries to do exactly that, but his pass is overcooked. Billy Leonard couldn't keep it in play, and Walthamstow have a throw just north of the halfway line on the left. 7 minutes played. Walthamstow 0, Enfield Town 0. Walthamstow have taken the throw up the left, and it's after a couple of attempted headers, it's bobbled neatly enough through to Reece Forster, who we can reveal is wearing shorts, not leggings. He's just pulled his stockings up very high up his legs. He's kicked long towards the right wing area. Tommy Woods will chase. He's only able to do no more than keep the ball in for a throw rather than a goal kick. So it's a throw to Walthamstow, right next to their own corner flag that they're defending on the left, and they will, understandably enough, steal 5 yards, throw up the line. Parcell hooks over his head. Walthamstow send the ball back into orbit again. It's finally down, back on earth, but Parcell stolen in well there. Flick the ball forward, looking for trialist B. Play's been called back. I'm not sure what the referee was signalling there. I thought it was offside, but no, it's a free kick to Enfield Town. So there must have been an indiscretion, foul on Mickey Parcell as he was bursting forward, and that looks like Rory Donaldson's going to take this. So he's wearing number 16, right arm raised. Donaldson, this is fairly central, about 40 yards out, curls it to the right of the area. In comes a flying header over the bar. It was a free kick with a lot of whip on it. curled in just to the right of the area, from the slightly to the left of the centre, curled in just to right of centre. It was Tommy Wood who arrived, bullet header, but it didn't loop. It was fairly flat, but too much elevation, couldn't get over it, and it went over the bar.
Yeah, it was a nice sort of cross, really, and Tommy Wood's there with the header again. He's looks good in the air, actually, even though it was a bit flat, that one. It wasn't far off, so heading ability is something we kind of lacked a bit last season, so Tommy Wood seems to be adding a bit more firepower up front.
Walthamstow on the attack, inside the Town penalty area. It's got to come out to the edge of the area. In comes the shot, just over the bar. Fierce shot there as Town only half cleared the ball. It spun out to the edge of the D, and one of the defensive midfielders wearing number 4 for Walthamstow arrived without hesitating, smashed it right-footed as he'd expect with the ball coming back towards him. Didn't quite keep it down, but it didn't fly too far over Reece Forster's crossbar. It remains 0-0.
Yeah, Reece had it covered, trust me. Yeah, well, kind of. But he's off to take the goal kick with his knickerbockers and shorts at this stage, looks like.
Yeah, Forster's kicked high up to the right, as has been his wont so far in this match. It's been headed out of play by Walthamstow, and Yvonne Jones throws up the line now for Town, looking for Tommy Wood, gets a flick. Sam Youngs picks it up right corner of the area, but Walthamstow clear up towards halfway. Adam Thompson stoops to head. Sam Youngs, Tommy Wood flicks on, and Rory Donaldson tries to collect the loose ball, but it's going to come loose to Walthamstow on halfway. That ball's forced backwards, and it's a throw to Walthamstow in their right back position, halfway inside their own half. It's thrown up the line. Donaldson is sandwiched there by a couple of Walthamstow players. Parcell tries to stab it forward. Sam Youngs picks up the pieces. You could hear the crunch there as number 8 flew in with a really strong side foot tackle on Sam Youngs. The ball is squirted over to the other side of the pitch, and it's going to be a throw to Walthamstow on their left, about 15 yards inside the Town half. 10 minutes gone. Walthamstow 0, Enfield Town 0, but after a bright start from Town, Walthamstow are back in this game.
Yeah, they're creeping back into the game, actually, building a little bit of momentum. No definitive cutting edge yet from either team, but it's early days, and it's interesting with the pitch because it does bobble a lot, so if you get it, a long ball in the box. Oh, and actually, I think it's Joe Elliott, long throw specialist.
In comes the long throw right into the 6-yard box. It's headed clear out of the area initially, and then Billy Leonard volleys it up towards the centre circle, and trialist B wearing number 10 can take it over. He's barged off the ball. Play continues, and Walthamstow have possession again. Number 3 feeding the ball up the line on the left, but Town have played a very good offside line there. They all raise their arms in unison. It's reminiscent of one of the lesser North London teams in the late 80s, I think, in the early 90s, that offside line, but it worked to perfection for Town.
Yeah, put your arm up and applaud the linesman at the same time to show how good his decision was. Yeah, it's a bit like that, and interesting with the two Joes. Joe Payne, our side, with the long throws. They got Joe Elliott, who contributed to 2 goals the other day with his long throws, I believe, for against Aveley. So it was a really good throw deep into the box, in the 6-yard box.
Yeah, Joe Elliott's the vice-captain for Walthamstow this season, despite having only just joined, which says something about his character. Town on the attack on the right, high up the pitch, about halfway inside the Walthamstow half. They've got a throw. Van Jones will takes it short to the right corner of the area. Sam Youngs back to goal, picks it up. His dribble past 2 players into the area, looking for the pullback now. Oh, good defending from Walthamstow as Tommy Woods was poised with his finger on the trigger there, so to speak. Walthamstow have cleared up towards halfway. Trialist A gets the initial head on it. Van Jones comes across to get the secondary head on it. Then Trialist C competes. Donaldson lobs the ball forward up the line on the left for Town. Walthamstow player goes down very easily, bought that free kick, but a free kick it was, right in the corner flag for Walthamstow, and the pressure is averted. 12 minutes gone, just coming up to 13 minutes, and it's still Walthamstow 0, Enfield Town 0. I'll give you a moment of warning, John, before I ask you this, but what have you made of Rory Donaldson on his debut for Town, and also Yvonne Jones? You can have a minute to think about that. I have a feeling I spring some of these questions on you sometimes. And in a moment I'll ask you about the 3 trialists as well, the centre-back, left winger and forward. Free kick is taken up into the Town half. Trialist A for Town got the initial head on it. It's squirted out to the right for Town, right in front of the dugouts, and Billy Leonard hooks it up towards halfway, where Trialist B is beaten in the air. Parcell tries to nod it out wide. Sam Youngs is competing here. They're a very physical team. They're getting stuck in, Walthamstow, not giving Town much time on the ball. Yvonne Jones, right back position. He's bundled over, goes to ground. So you've had time to think. What do you make of Yvonne Jones and Rory Donaldson?
It's interesting. Yvonne Jones playing his natural right back position this time compared to the left back in the for our home match against Wimbledon. So he seems comfortable there. Donaldson playing a bit on the left side. A couple of touches he's had quite decent at this stage, but too early to assess, I guess. Centre back, trialist. Again, he's not too bad, but we really haven't seen too much to judge. And trialist B, number 7. He's had a couple of useful runs, but then he also did give the ball away when he did win it back in defence. But it's hard to judge at this stage after about 15 minutes, I guess.
Yeah, that's fair. It was a bit of a hospital pass for me, so I apologise for that. Donaldson's found Parcell, and he's infield. He's spread the ball wide. Billy Leonard's taken it beautifully on the... his first touch was beautiful. He controlled it on the gallop as he ran and then left the ball behind, possibly because of the pitch. Walthamstow have cleared that ball so high it's gone over the height of the floodlights. Ball comes back down to earth, bounces, and Walthamstow head it forward. Trialist A leaves the ball for Thompson, gives it to Trialist B on the left, wearing number 7. He plays it forward to Trialist C, wearing number 10, but it's overhit. And a great moment for the Trialist family comes to an ignominious end with a goal kick for Walthamstow that David Hughes will take for them. Another of the new signings for Walthamstow. They've got quite a few in their ranks, 32-year-old from Bowes and Pitsea. Floodlights are on, but the light is still pretty good here. There's one seated stand in which we currently congregate, and then behind each goal there are standing only terraces, but they're roofed, corrugated iron roofs, and as I say, scaffolding keeping them up. As Town nod the ball forward, looking for trialist C, number 10, but really good defensive header there by the number 6, who may well be Joe Elliott for Walthamstow. And it's back to David Hughes, their goalkeeper, who kicks right-footed from his hands 15 yards into the Town half. I think he was sent back by trialist A, the centre-back for Town. Or then a short back pass, it might let in Billy Leonard. The goalkeeper comes out, just got there in time, and Billy Leonard clattered him in passing. And so it's a free kick for Walthamstow, just about inside their own penalty area. Given the scrappy and battling nature of this match, I'm quite looking forward to seeing Bailey Brown emerge in the second half, which he presumably will, because Town are struggling a little bit here to cope with the tenacity of Walthamstow.
Yeah, I think we kind of lack that presence of Bailey Brown in the middle with his height, and he's also a technical player, Bailey Brown, with his height, and it'd be good to get him back actually and see, because he takes command a bit more of the midfield sometimes, I think, especially when it's a bit more physical like Walthamstow are.
Yeah, they're playing to their strength, Walthamstow. That was a long ball, nodded on from the right corner of the area towards the right corner flag. Number 14 for Walthamstow slams his attempted cross into Adam Thompson, who defended it well, and it's gone out for a throw to Walthamstow right down by the corner flag. And this will be another long throw from Joe Elliott, presumably. Signed just this summer from Redbridge. So he collects the ball down by the corner flag, and Walthamstow players, they're not standing on ceremony here. They're crowding around Reece Forster in the Town goal. There's 3 of them, possibly 4 of them, around Forster in the Town goal, right on the goal line. This will keep Town defenders on their toes. As in comes the throw towards the near post. Forster does really well to rise above the melee and get a punch on that, and then trialist B gets to the second ball and beats his man. He's away here potentially. Trialist C couldn't quite flick it into his path. Trialist C tries to make up for it, but a good back heel from number 10 for Walthamstow. Half a clearance. Tommy Wood couldn't quite keep it under his spell, under pressure, and Walthamstow force it back to their own goalkeeper, Hughes. Hughes kicks long, having controlled it up the left, but that's over everyone's head, and it's going to be a throw to Town in the right back position. Well, Town have a word of commendation there to Reece Forster. He dealt with that long throw pretty well. He was crowded out. He had 3 or 4 Walthamstow shirts around him, as well as the Town shirts trying to protect him, and he rose above all of them to get a strong fist onto that one.
He did really well. He's commanded that area, considering it was a great throw again by Joe Elliott. So dangerous, but he read it well and caught it. And he did a great header earlier when he headed it out as well, so probably going to ruin his chances now on a completely kiss of death by complimenting. But he's doing really well so far. The only thing I'm missing is a little bit of atmosphere. But here's a pre-season friendly, I guess, and there's not many fans. But last time I came to Walthamstow, they did a rendition of Gold with the Stowe instead of the Zinchenko song, like you said, Arsenal with Stowe as the main chorus bit. So the Gold Spandau Ballet for Stowe. I kind of like that. It was a really good song, actually. So yeah, credit to the Walthamstow fans for coming out with that gem.
I was thinking, as we're in Walthamstow, of throwing in some East 17 song titles into the commentary, but then I thought, no, it's all right. Forster there, coming out of his area once again, takes it on his chest, clears it up the line. Yeah, you mentioned 5 minutes ago now, Forster's header. That was something to behold, wasn't it? So a long ball was lofted from probably about the halfway line. It wasn't going to reach the penalty area, so Forster just took executive action, raced out of his area, as is his wont, but met it with a flying header. In fact, it was a goal kick, and he met it with a flying header outside his area. Certain breed, goalkeepers. Walthamstow on the attack on the right, low cross into the area. Thompson sticks out a leg, half clears, back with 14 outside the area for Walthamstow, but 7 is doing his defensive duties really well for Town, the trialist. And then it's cleared in no-nonsense fashion by Rory Donaldson. It's going to go out of play for a throw to Walthamstow, about 20-25 yards from the corner flag on the right. And this will be another long effort from Joe Elliott. And, well, it's good practice for Town. We've seen a few of these in National League South over the course of last season. They're presumably going to have to deal with a few more. And again, Forster's being crowded on his goal line. Everyone's back inside the Town area apart from Tommy Wood. In comes the long throw towards the edge of the 6-yard box. It's Walthamstow heading it initially, but it's just trickled out of play for a goal kick. No, it's a corner. That looked like it came off a Walthamstow head to me. Not too much dissent. Sam Youngs waved an irritated hand at the referee, but it's a second corner, I think, to Walthamstow.
Yes, they are.
Which they're going to take from the right there. Number 10 takes it short in towards the near post, gets it back, now volleys it low into the area. It's going to come out to the edge of the area, but really neat touch there from Billy Leonard, back to goal into the path of the number 7 for Town, and then back on into the path of the number 10. Walthamstow get half a foot in it. Trialist C wearing 10 for Town, picking the ball up now, left corner of the area, down by the byline, trying to beat his man, pulls in a low cross towards the back post. There's the shot. Oh, it's half brilliantly saved by Hughes. Half cleared. It was Sam Youngs just trying to steer it in, left-footed from the right corner of the 6-yard box, and Hughes got down brilliantly to keep it out. First real clear-cut chance of the game. It's gone to Town. It's been well saved. Town's still on the attack here. Youngs himself brings it down, trying to flick the ball forwards, but Hughes will collect in the Walthamstow goal. That was a good move. Well done, trialist B, or C, wearing number 10, the centre forward for Town. Well done him. Out on the left he was up against the defender. He wasn't giving up, but he found room for the cross, drilled it in low, and Sam Youngs was there at the back post looking to turn it in. It was a good save from the goalkeeper.
Yeah, Trailer 7 did well on the counter there, and the defender tried to block him, but he still managed to get the pass to Trailer's number 10, who persisted and did a really good cross. And normally you'd think that's a banker goal, actually, but it was a great save by the keeper, great reactionary save, and it was quite impressive. Credit where it's due, that was a really good save. And normally you put your bottom dollar on the Sam Young scoring from that distance.
Good to see men in the area. Good to see Sam Youngs arriving in the area for that sort of opportunity as well. It's a throw to Walthamstow. It's not close enough to goal that they're going to use the long throw. Instead, they're going to throw it up the line on the right. It's with 14 down by the corner flag. Adam Thompson comes across, sticks in a boot. It's gone out of play for a throw. This time it will be the long throw from Elliott. 23. Ooh. Well, there's a turn up for the books. Elliott's going to leave it, and the number 2's going to take it instead. But everyone is still amassing in the 6-yard box, so presumably he's got just as long a throw. And again, they're all over Reece Forster on the goal line. Yeah, it's going to be so they've got 2 long throw specialists in there. Number 2 taking it then, a yard from the corner flag on the right. In it comes into the 6-yard box. Forster got half a fist on it. Out it comes. Number 5 tries the shot, and he's going to win a free kick. The shot skewed off the outside of his foot, but I think he appealed that he was being dragged back as he approached to take the shot. He was being inhibited somehow by a Town player, and the referee was in accord. So it's a free kick to Walthamstow in a pretty dangerous position. It's about 30 yards from goal, slightly to the left of the D, ever so slightly, pretty central basically. Really good opportunity here for Walthamstow. Town have put just the 3 men in the wall. It will take a good strike to beat Forster from there, but it's definitely a shooting opportunity, and the number 10 who's placed the ball for Walthamstow, he doesn't look like he's about to cross this. 24 minutes gone. Free kick to Walthamstow, 30 yards out. Whistle goes. And it's chipped in towards the back post aimlessly, and that is what's known technically in the trade as a waste. Forster gathers the ball in his hands, kicks along upfield. Tommy Wood controls on his chest, back to goal on the left, gives it to the number 7, trialist B for Town. He looks up, spreads the ball well out to the right. Billy Leonard's touch lets him down slightly there, and Walthamstow on him in a flash, clear it up towards halfway. Adam Thompson gives it to Donaldson. Donaldson looks up, pings the ball from left to right again, looking for Leonard, takes it on his thigh, has a couple of touches, gives it back to Yvonne Jones. Jones, left-footed, drills it into the area, keeper goes up, does really well under pressure from Tommy Wood, catches for Walthamstow, and another attack for Town comes to naught. And after 25 minutes it remains Walthamstow 0, Enfield Town 0. And it hasn't been a particularly sunny day, but it's looking a bit dimmer now, a bit greyer skies, and the floodlights are shining that bit more brightly now as Walthamstow look to build on the right, on halfway. They feed the ball up the right. Number 8's on the charge for them. Donaldson's up against him. Number 8 slows to a halt outside the edge of the area, trying to go left then right, puts his foot in the ball, then chips it in towards the area, and that's a meaty clearance from Mickey Parcell. How many balls have we lost today then? That one's landed in the top of a fir tree, that. Possibly it's disturbing a nest, and it might eventually, if it comes back down to terra firma, that might be in someone's back garden. They've got balls everywhere here though.
They should do what they do at Marine, number each garden with a number and collect the ball afterwards, I think. But this time it'll be a nest, I think. That one will be 2 sparrows up there looking very angry, I think.
In comes the corner from the right. It's headed clear by Town to the edge of the area. Second clearance from trialist C. It's come out to the centre circle, then chipped back in by Walthamstow. Thompson competes. Ball's gone out of play, and the throw's gone Town's way. Jones will take 10-15 yards inside his own half. You wouldn't really guess the disparity in levels at this point in the match. 26 minutes in, John.
No, not at all, really. I think we seem to have a little bit more of a cutting edge, maybe. As we seem to be getting players in the box these days, which is really good. And the target man, Tommy Woods, definitely, from even the long crosses we've had into the box. So he's actually gone to most of them. So he's the kind of player we'd be required.
This is a good play though from Walthamstow. They've manoeuvred the ball well over halfway now to the right corner of the area. It's their number 10, twisting and turning, tries to get a shot in. Really good block there though from trialist A, and now the ball is released for one of the trialists wearing number 10 for Town. However, the Walthamstow goalkeeper comes off his line, out of his area, cleared the ball. It's drifted all the way through to Reece Forster. Walthamstow are Isthmian League North. They finished 9th last season, pretty much mid-table, 9th out of 22. I think they were
Not far off the playoffs.
they were 9 points off the playoffs, 25 off relegation, so closer to the top than the bottom. They had a record that made me stop and scratch my head a bit earlier. Their home, they finished 9th overall in the league. Their home record was 8th best. Their away record was 7th best, and yet they finished 9th. The ball's been lofted forward towards Sam Youngs, down by the right corner flag. He's battling with a Walthamstow player, and he'll settle. Well, he's conceded a throw actually, and so that's another attack. Comes to nothing. Half an hour in, how do you think Gavin McPherson will be reflecting on this match, the Town manager?
I think it's early days, like we said, but I think a couple of trialists. Well, the trialists are quite. not bad, decent trialist actually. Even the centre back trialist has seemed to get his foot in the ball and know how to position himself.
Town on the attack here, the edge of the Walthamstow area, but it's hacked towards halfway.
Trialist number 7's done very well since we last mentioned him. Left wing. He's connected well with number 10 trialist. So front left wing, kind of connecting well with the trialist 10 who plays on the left side, whereas Tommy's a bit on the right side at times. So yeah, they look pretty good at this stage. But you need to see the rest of the game and analyse the matches. But yeah, it's interesting trying to get some shape and possession with so many changes. But I think credit to Walthamstow, they're making a game out of it, so it's fairly even.
Trialist A, the centre-back, just conceded a free kick, and the free kick's coming in now from the left. Forster gives a shout, gets up really well. He came up towards the penalty spot there, got a good fist on it. And the left-winger trialist, number 7, is on the attack now, but he keeps cutting in on his right foot. He's done it again. Now he tries to spread the ball into the area. Oh, it was a beautifully weighted pass. It was one of those passes in between fullback and centre-back that just turns the fullback inside out. Wood ran onto it. It's just slightly overhit, but for somebody who's clearly right-footed playing on the left, it was a really good little turn.
Yeah, it looks very impressive. He reads the game well. Well, actually, credit to their goalkeeper. He snuffed out a couple of those breakaways by coming out and reading it well. So, but really quick off the mark and off the line on the back there, and quite intelligent keeper for this level. Is quite impressive, really. Even though he's not the tallest, but it just shows it's not essential if you can read the game.
Absolutely. Walthamstow on the attack. They've lobbed the ball forward. Donaldson and Thompson between them haven't dealt with it, and the shot comes in from range. That's gone over the scaffolding, over the protective net. They are going to lose a fortune in replica balls, Walthamstow FC, aren't they?
I might just be missing for 5 minutes collecting the footballs, I think. It's a good return on investment, I think. Avoided the tree this time. It was more spreading it around, to be honest. Avoided the nest this time.
But if it goes over the other goal, the goal that Town are attacking, it will just land in the practice pitches, so that's not so bad. But these balls flying over Reece Forster's net, they're going into, well, I wouldn't say no man's land, but they're going to residential property, I think. Goal kick's been taken by Forster. Town are on the attack. Sam Young's picking it up down by the left corner flag as Town attack. He's done well to keep it in, trying to force it back, but Walthamstow are going to clear. It's a long clearance up over halfway. Forster has come good 20 yards out of his goal there and cushion volleys the ball forward towards Jones. Jones has gone down and stayed down, and now the ref's going to call a stop to proceedings, and indeed the Walthamstow player has gone down as well. 2 players down due to a head collision. Be a little break in proceedings there then. Forster and Parcell are having a long distance argument, I can see. Parcell looks unhappy and he's stalked off towards Gavin McPherson, possibly for a hug, but I suspect not. Forster and Thompson now in deep discussion. Poor old Forster's getting an earful from everyone there. Donaldson's joined in as well. I mean, it doesn't look like the sort of conversation in which they're in firm agreements, does it?
No, I think it's about the distribution, possibly. I think, and yeah, look, I mean, there were a few different options, but it's how we ended up, I think, and that's where the ball ended up in no man's land, hence why a head collision occurred. So yeah, it's just more alertness and distribution.
In response to one of the comments on the chat, so this game is being broadcast on the Town website, but it's also on the Mixlr chat, the Mixlr website, which has the chat function. Jane asked if the trialist A at the back is the same trialist from earlier in the week, earlier in pre-season, who played up front. It isn't. It's definitely a new trialist, as far as I can tell, making their debut at the back for Town. The good news is that Jones has picked himself up, as has the Walthamstow player. It's going to be an uncontested drop ball, and play resumes with Walthamstow slamming the ball high into the air back to Reece Forster, which is very generous of them, because I don't think they had to do that. I don't think Town were in possession at the time. The ball's back with Forster anyway. He's kicking long. Let's see if all those words in his ear have had any effect. Tommy Wood got a flick on it, but Walthamstow have headed it back to their own goalkeeper Hughes. And after 33 minutes, it's Walthamstow 0, Enfield Town 0. I'll ask you in a moment, John, if any individuals have caught your eye. for Town, not just amongst the trialists. As trialist A goes up, he's beaten to it, and then the ball is flicked past Thompson, and Donaldson has to be on his mettle, and he's done well there. Shielded the ball from the opposing attacker, gives it to Seven, who's, I feel a little sorry for him. He's very right-footed, stationed out there on the left wing, and so limited were his options once he'd cut back onto his right foot that he had to go all the way back to Reece Forster. Forster begins again, giving it to trialist A, the centre-back. He's gone long up the right flank, looking for Leonard. It's over his head. Half cut out by Walthamstow, and it's going to go out for a Town throw. Any individuals caught your eye then, John?
Individually, I think Sam Young's been everywhere on the pitch as well, even in the corner flags trying to win the balls. Mickey Parcell, as usual, everywhere. Thompson at the back, controlling the back. He's really probably my pick out of the bunch, I guess.
The ball is drilled low into Sam Young's on the right corner of the area, but it was drilled in too heavily for him, and he couldn't bring it under control. It's cleared up towards halfway by Walthamstow, and they'll now fire the ball long into Town territory. Trialist A will watch it out of play. This isn't one of those clearances that's cleared the scaffolding, though. We can easily retrieve the ball and go again, and it's a goal kick to Town.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see trialist number 7 who plays on the left wing for tonight, how he's on the right, actually, because he's like you said, he's got a sweet right foot. But sometimes it's good playing on the left if you're right-footed, so it works both ways. He's probably at this stage, due to what, balls being get into him and counter-attacks. He's very quick thinking as well, so quite probably for me out the trialist so far, he's the standout, but it's early days.
Forster's got a set of lungs on him. You could hear that shout of keeper in different postcode, I think, as he came out of his goal to clear. It's going to drop to Mickey Parcell, who's done well there. Lovely touch to pluck it out to the sky, and then a lovely diagonal into Tommy Wood out on the right. He'd given it to Leonard. That attempted cross, taking a deflection. It's looped high into the air. It's fallen for number 10, who shoots. Half cleared, half blocked. Still not fully clear from Walthamstow. Wood tried to take it over his head. Walthamstow have now eventually cleared out towards the right. A couple of nice touches there from various Town players on the attack.
Yeah, it's been quite technically pleasing to watch here sometimes, to be fair. And it's good movement, good quick movement and touches.
Youngs lays it back now. Jones drills it low into the area. It's going to come back out to Jones. He's now got to shoot left-footed, and that's just wide. 36 minutes gone. It's Walthamstow 0, Town 0, but Jones there showing, although he's out on the right side of defence, he's got a mean left foot on him. He did, of course, make his pre-season debut as left-back last week against Wimbledon.
Yeah, I think it's a good buy. I think he's been one of those most, compared to last season, we got a few decent, more of a standout player, really, and he looks very kind of great at this level, definitely. Interesting when we play harder teams, but he's good quality player, and like you said, he played on the left against Wimbledon, did brilliantly well, and then right today even better, which is more of his natural position.
Walthamstow on the attack, shooting right-footed just wide. The ball spun out from the centre out to the right side of the area, inside the area. Right-footed shot went low across the face of goal. I'm not sure Forster would have got there if it had been on target, and it was only a couple of inches wide of his right-hand post. 37 gone. It remains Walthamstow 0, Enfield Town 0. But although Town have probably had just about the best of the chances, Walthamstow are showing a bit of bite in attack.
Yeah, that was a great chance. Just put it wide to the left post there, and and Reece Forster down. I don't think he would have got it if it was on target. It was such a good shot, but it's just wide on the left side of the attacking post.
So it's a throw to Walthamstow now, inside their own half on the left. You can see the trees on the far side swaying quite significantly, so there's a bit of a breeze going. Ball's played forward, that's miles offside for Walthamstow. Be a free kick to Town. Bit of a breeze has kicked up, still very cloudy as it has been all day. No rain as yet. The pitch could do with a bit of watering, but there's not been any rain. There's trying to estimate the attendance here, probably a couple of hundred, maybe. A couple of hundred, most of whom are congregated around us in the seated stands. The left flank is Town attack. Walthamstow headed the ball out of play, so it's going to be a throw to Town, 10-15 yards inside the Walthamstow half. It's taken by Jones up the line, flicked on by Wood into the area. Youngs tries to make something of it. Not for the first time, he's not really had the time to bring the ball down when it's arrived towards him. And a clearance by Walthamstow reaches the feet of Reece Forster, and he cannot resist poking the ball outside his penalty area and then lobbing it long up the right. Leonard competes for it, but Walthamstow get there first. That ball goes high, it goes out of play, but it bounces back into the stadium. There's a fence on the far side, beyond which I think if the ball travels we lose those as well, temporarily at least. This one stayed inside the perimeter, and Jones will take the throw for Town. Takes it short to Sam Youngs, right corner of the area. Jones tried the first time, volleyed cross into the area, it went high, but Walthamstow are able to clear up to halfway. Nice touch from Adam Thompson, but then poor distribution from Adam Thompson, and Walthamstow on the attack on the right. They're number 11. Thompson's come across to close them down. He's at level with the edge of the area, and Thompson expiates for his earlier mistake by getting in a block, and the cross is charged down. It will be a throw. It's going to be a long one, whoever takes it. Oh no, this is taken short. They had the capacity for a long one, but they played a 1-2 short and then made a slight mess of the build-up play. But number 2's redeemed himself for Walthamstow. Left-footed shot goes for glory, and it's cleared over the bar. So short throw there from Walthamstow. Good build-up, but then a speculative effort at the end of it, and it's a goal kick for Enfield Town. And the number 7, the trialist B for Enfield Town, taking a little bit of stick here from the spectators amongst us for reasonably enough, I suppose. Didn't necessarily play to the whistle. He looked appealingly towards the linesman when play continued. Forster, that'll be the linesman with the beard. Forster's taken the goal kick up beyond halfway. Woods challenged for it. Flick on by Sam Youngs. Might reach Billy Leonard to the edge of the area. Walthamstow foot came in, and the ball's gone out of play for a Town corner, which I think is their third of the game. I say I think because everything's balancing on my lap here, so I can't really make the copious notes that I normally would in the middle of a game. So I'm just going on memory. Pretty sure it's the third corner.
Mental arithmetic.
it's tough to count up to 3 sometimes, John.
Yeah, especially a midweek.
I think that's Donaldson. He's got both arms raised. He's going to take the corner from the right, left-footed towards the centre of the area. It's a Walthamstow head that met it. It's drifting out towards the opposite corner, and then the Walthamstow player makes a bit of a hash off the clearance, it's fair to say. It's gone out to play for a Town throw, 10 yards from the corner flag on the left. Donaldson, I think, took the corner from the right, has now come all the way across to take the throw from the left. Town are wearing their yellow kit today. Yellow top, yellow shorts, yellow shirts, yellow socks, and quite a lot of white boots out on show, oddly enough. In fact, they're all wearing white boots, I think, apart from Reece in goal. In comes a long throw from Donaldson in towards the 6-yard box. It's a Walthamstow head on it. Billy Leonard tries to knock it back, sold Jones short there, and Jones has done really well, shown a really good turn of pace to recover, giving it back to Forster. Forster first time clears it up into the night sky, or the evening sky. Trialist C got a flicked head on it. That's number 10. Youngs challenges for the secondary header. The ball's loose to Town now. Billy Leonard on the right drills the ball in towards Wood. Controls in the right corner of the area. Lays it back to Sam Youngs. 30 yards from goal. He's forced backwards there, gives it to Parcell. Parcell first time out wide right. Billy Leonard. Leonard takes a touch, chips it in towards the area. Woods gets a flick on it. It's going to come to the back post. Number 7, the trialist for Town, onto his right foot, looking for an angle for the shot. In comes the low shot. It's cleared by Walthamstow. Out towards just outside the centre circle, and trialist A, wearing 15, the centre back for Town, battling with his opponent, gives it to Leonard out on the right, crosses into the area. Wood rises, the flag goes up. Wood's an aerial threat, isn't he? Every time Town whip in across, Wood's making a bit of a nuisance of himself in and around the 6-yard box. Good little spell of pressure there, and Wood's making himself busy aerially.
Yeah, and it's good seeing Town push as a unit as well into the box as well. Not any gaps or anything like that, but we've got that aerial presence now. Since Mo Fowl, I think we had, probably those days we've had an aerial threat really. So yeah, it's been an improvement up front anyway. And but as we said, there's still no goals. But it's, it can happen any time.
Just watching Adam Thompson there, very calmly and expertly nod a header back as Reece Forster beats his man and then is closed down outside his area. Likes a risk or two, Reece. Just Adam seeing Adam Thompson make that header, and he's directing operations at the back. It's a smart move by manager Gavin McPherson to stick the trialist alongside Thompson. Good talk, a good organiser, and it will bring the best out of the trialist, I think. As Walthamstow stolen the ball from Mickey Parcell, it's going to come free in the left corner of the area. Town have got men back now, but Walthamstow still have possession. Number 8 goes for a side-footed shot. It's wide of goal. And as we approach the final minute of the half, it remains Walthamstow 0, Town 0. Your reflections then on this first half as a whole, John?
I think it's been fairly even. I think possibly we had the two best chances is Sam Young's earlier on, and then the player had a chance but it just went wide of the post, number 11, whatever his name may be. He's quite nippy though, and took it scuffed it slightly, but they're the two best chances. It's been fairly even, but I think if you had to pick a team edging it, it's probably Town, but very narrowly. And all we can hear is Adam Thompson bossing everybody around, organising the team. Like you said, it's great experience for the trialists as well, because having a player like Tomo at the back there, it makes a big difference, and it'll help him learn and bed into the team. And as we speak, Mickey Parcell was hacked down.
That was like a scene from an action film, that. They all swarmed over Parcell, took 3 of them, and you could hear the crash against his legs as Walthamstow have given it away inside their own area. Wood is battling for it. Back to goal, it's the trialist. Then it comes out to Sam Youngs, who lines up a right-footed shot that's charged down, and the half-time whistle goes. No added time. 45 minutes in, it's Walthamstow 0, Enfield Town 0. As John said, Town had their moments. A flicked header from Tommy Wood in the first half. Sam Youngs had a close range effort saved by the goalkeeper. Walthamstow had at least one effort, pretty clear shot on goal from inside the area. It's been relatively few chances, high octane, high energy, but at half time, John, Walthamstow 0, Town 0. What will Gavin's reflections and message be, do you think?
I think more of that pose more of a threat with the early ball and quicker passing. I think a bit more sharpness. It just unsettles the defence, because it was a bit too kind of premeditated and coordinated at times, rather than it looked more of a threat when we just suddenly had a counter. So hopefully more of that. The formation seems to be working for the back at this stage, and be interesting what a trialist we have to pick from in the second half. That's going to be fun. But I do hope Bailey Brown gets into him. Just want to see him play, because for me, he's like, I don't know, kind of a Patrick Vieira for me, that kind of player with technical ability and height. And but he can also finish. We saw him, I think it was at Chelmsford, and he just grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck, and his height doesn't belies his technical ability. So it's going to be fun. I'm quite excited, really. It's good to see these new faces as well, and eventually start gelling. But we got plenty of time before our first match away to Torquay United. So so far it looks a bit more. I feel a bit more confident than last pre-season. Maybe I'm being always a glass is half full kind of person, but this time it just feels like that.
Well, you are of a cheerful disposition generally, John. Good news for you, make you even more cheerful. I said a quick hello to Bailey before kick-off, and he is definitely going to make an appearance. He was all kitted out. He said he's in pretty good shape. So we will see Bailey Brown at some point in the second half. We'll break off for half time. The microphone will stay on, so you may hear some background noise as I deposit it inside its plastic bag for safekeeping, protection from the elements. We do rejoin us, however, in about 13-14 minutes time for the start of the second half, so that will be at about 8:50, about 10 to 9, maybe just before. Rejoin us for the second half then. Until then, thank you for your company, and I'll leave you with the half-time score of Walthamstow 0, Enfield Town 0. This is a delicate operation.
You're right, Dave.
Yeah. I know.
I'm going to try to give you the opportunity to add lots of stats from your prep sheets as well. So you've got some really good background knowledge. I could take the time and try to work out who you see. I'm searching their days as well, and like on their Twitter account, they've got pictures of all the lads they signed.
And we beat them. And they got market. And they came
really difficult to get clothes for the fans. Far too hot in the room. I have a feeling I'd be a little too cold in a t-shirt.
Yeah, they have 1% off you recognise it. Second place, they play job up there, just working this way. So yeah, they don't seem to have growth like us. 15, 16 million bucks, they can have a bunch of choices as well. Yeah,
No, it's good to
I'll be interested to see the second half. Doing all the talking. Interested in the second half of his goal because he'll be
do you reckon there'll be Hawk on
he is also presumably and Joe Taylor is coming on. He'll be left back. So that two fighters we've never seen. So I can kind of match them up. I can kind of match them up to their Twitter mug shots. So if you look at these, this is a man Joe look at the rest of us now. This one, I don't recognise him, this lad. This is no possible. Elliot Kettle, he looks like does, isn't it? For sure.
Yeah, there's a defender, right? Yeah.
Yeah, very on the screen. Brownston. This guy was practicing his name all the way up here. Is that the spike?
12 that we've seen in terms that was
this is what's real as well. That's like a picture. So it's just too difficult to tell without. As I said, I think Brownston. Was it Brownston?
Max Brownston.
I think that's him, but the rest of them I wouldn't want to guess. Oh, because
we're not happy with
Jay Lambert's coming on, I think. He was in I saw him, but I don't know if he was wearing his kit. No, he's not on the bench. With this much leg room, it's a bit elaborate to get the microphone back in the head.
I was
yeah, it's not helping. Even so though, Dave. Yeah, 40 hours good. Like, normally we just go there to sleep. We've got an 8 hour normally we go there and sit and watch available to this time there's no tournament
oh wow.
Dish they're really proud of.
Oh, but the one they took all over the gravy. Yeah.
Sandwich covered in cheese.
And the gravy.
But yeah, some of the food's really nice.
We weren't that much. I'll go back on it. Good evening, welcome back to the Wadham Lodge Sports Ground, where the score at half time is Walthamstow 0, Enfield Town 0, and we do not think that Town are going to make any half time changes. We're frantically scanning the players as they've emerged back out into the pitch. Town all in yellow top to toe and Walthamstow in blue top to toe. We don't have the Walthamstow team sheet, so it's going to be numbers all around there, but in terms of the Town team, it looks unchanged. So we think it's still Reece Forster in goal, Yvonne Jones right back, Trialist A and Adam Thompson centre backs, with Rory Donaldson making his debut at left back, Mickey Parcell, Sam Youngs, Billy Leonard and a Trialist wearing number 7 out on the left across the middle, and then in attack Trialist C and Tommy Wood. It will be, I don't believe there are any changes. You can't, squinting a bit at the far end, but it looks the same, so it looks like it'll be maybe an hour or so before the changes come. 60 minutes from as they gradually build up their match fitness. Walthamstow will kick off in the second half. I think they're also unchanged, but it's difficult to know because we didn't get a team sheet for them. So with apologies to all concerned, it will remain shirt numbers for them, although we think we've identified one or two, including Max Brownston, a left back who scored a hat-trick from left back last season. Walthamstow have kicked off in the second half. They've sent the ball all the way back to their goalkeeper David Hughes. He's beaten the number 10 Trialist with a little step over, lobbed the ball up the pitch. Yvonne Jones gets the first head on it for Town. Wood then goes to ground. He's dragged down from behind rugby tackle style. Wins the free kick quickly. It's given to Parcell, who's spun the ball out wide to Trialist B wearing number 7 out on the left. He dribbles into the area to the byline, crosses across the face of goal. Oh, in Town, Sam Young's got it stuck between his feet rather than prodding it in. The ball was a really good work from Trialist B, the left winger number 7. He drilled the ball across goal. Sam Youngs just couldn't quite sort his feet out, and it seemed to pinball off both feet, ricochet around a little bit. Puff of sand went up and the ball was cleared. Meanwhile, Walthamstow counter-attacked, run the ball out of play, but Young's there, second good opportunity, and didn't quite make the most of it.
Yeah, I think it was a great cross by Trialist B, number 7, and it really could have done better there because he just seemed to go stuck between his feet and ankles.
No doubt he's saving them all for the season when it begins, Sam Youngs. Parcell, he's been impressive today, Parcell, I think. Every time he's got the ball, he's looked to just bring it down, bring a semblance of control to proceedings in the middle. I think if there's the back four, this new formation that Gavin McPherson is playing, it certainly looks solid enough at the back, but does it lack something in midfield? Perhaps a bit of an extra man or a bit of creativity or something. Town, I'll bring you in a moment, John. Town on the attack, Tommy Wood bringing it forward. It's out to Trialist B on the left, tries to fire it back into the air. It deflects off a Walthamstow body and out for a corner for Town, the first of the second half.
Yeah, the central midfield seems to be lacking a bit of creativity, like we said. It seems to be coming more from the wings rather than the central midfield, and particularly down the left side.
Town have taken the corner short. It's laid back. Here comes the shot. It's just over the bar. It was Trialist A. It was the Trialist playing at centre back. It was a nice short corner routine, actually. It was worked out to the edge of the area. Trialist A on his left foot, first time drilled it, but couldn't keep it low, and it flew over the bar. It's going to be a goal kick to Walthamstow as Hughes prepares to take the goal kick for Walthamstow. 2 minutes in to the second half, it's Walthamstow 0, Town 0, but Sam Youngs has couldn't sort his feet out when he had a good chance, presentable chance from close range. Town on the attack inside the area. An attempted clearance is lobbed over the goalkeeper. It ricocheted off trialist C for Town. The Walthamstow player slammed the ball into trialist C. It just lobbed over the goalkeeper. It was memories of Peter Shilton, Italian 90, that, as he just stood his ground and watched the ball loop over him. But unlike Shilton in 90, it looped over the crossbar too. And it's a goal kick to Walthamstow 3 minutes into the second half. So if you've just joined us, no changes at half-time for Enfield Town. It looks like Gavin might be thinking of 60 minutes in the legs of all the players today, as Walthamstow take the goal kick into the Town half. It's played forward past Thompson. Jones there, and trialist A competing. Trialist A does well to shepherd the ball out of play, to use the parts. It's always called shepherding, isn't it? And it's a goal kick to Town, which Rhys Forster will take. And it remains 0-0. So the Town team, Forster in goal, Thompson and trialist A centre-back, Van Jones right back, Rui Donaldson left back on debut. Across the middle, Youngs and Parcell in the middle, Billy Leonard out on the right, and trialist B wearing number 7 on the left for Town, with Tommy Wood up top with trialist C wearing number 10. That was the team at the start of proceedings. That's the team now early in the second half, has stabbed forward up the line looking for trialist B, but he chased that to no avail, and it's gone out of play for a throw to Walthamstow on the right. 4 minutes in, first impressions of the second half, John?
Yeah, it started to be even again. I think a bit like the pattern of the first half, really. And I think probably the reason we haven't changed the team is Gavin wants to increase the stamina, I think.
Woods there spreads the ball out wide to Billy Leonard, right corner of the area, gets towards the byline, tries to drill it in low, but it's cut out by Walthamstow and then played up the right flank by them. But trialist A will see that out of play with Mickey Parcell covering, and it's a throw to Town inside their own half, taken short by trialist A to Mickey Parcell. Up the line it goes, controlled by Walthamstow. Parcell gets stuck in, wins the ball back, goes to ground under pressure from 2, the ball squirts forward, and then Elliott dives, slightly comically dives, a diving header along the ground to make sure he could nod that back to his goalkeeper to pick up. And it's in the hands of the Walthamstow goalkeeper,
Neil.
David Hughes. He kicks along from his feet. The ball is a bit of head tennis, and it's loose pass though, played by Walthamstow, up the line, out of play, and it's a throw to Town to a right back position, which Jones will take. Van Jones, left back on debut against Wimbledon, right back here tonight against Walthamstow. Effortlessly throws good 20 yards up the pitch. Not the subtlest push in the back there from Tommy Wood. Referee spotted it, and it's a free kick to Walthamstow on the halfway line, out here on this near side, the left, which their number 16 will take in front of the bearded linesman. 16 takes, pings it towards the back post, the right as Walthamstow attack. It's headed clear by Town, and now number 7, trialist B, can bring it forward. His attempted pass forward, however, is cut out by Walthamstow, and he'll take a throw instead and give it back to Donaldson. Donaldson, neat and tidy on debut at left back, gives it back to Forster. He takes a chance and plays it long. It's cut out by Walthamstow on halfway. Town player goes down, referee just plays on. It's cut out by Mickey Parcell, however, in the centre. He's having a pretty good game, Parcell. And then the commentator's curse strikes as he plays it 5 yards back behind Billy Leonard.
That's normally that normally happens to me, actually, and he emphatically kicked it out as well. It wasn't even an unlucky one even, was it? It was miles out. It was a classic, but yeah, Mickey's done really well other than that pass, actually. But I think we're keeping this sort of team at the moment for the second half of an hour, just increase that fitness and stamina, I think.
Yeah, it makes sense. Have a couple of games of 45 minutes, then build up to presumably 60 or more as the season progresses. By the time they face the champions of Europe, they'll be up to 90. Walthamstow in possession, 40 yards from goal. Number 18 for them gives it to number 7, and then Tommy Wood steps in. Oh, and he took a boot onto the Achilles there at the back of his leg, I think. Went down, clutching it in some pain. Now he's back on his feet and skipping around like a lamb at the height of summer. Von Jones stands over the free kick and Reece Forster calls rank. The ball is good 20 yards outside his penalty area, so he wants it. Do you think he was intended to be an outfield player in his youth? And he just can't resist every opportunity he gets. He plays it long up the left. Town win the header. Flicks off a Walthamstow head and it's gone out for a Town corner. Town corner on the left. Billy Leonard's going short to receive it. Can't quite see. It's not Donaldson taking it. Town defenders being instructed by the fans to go all the way up to the corner's come in. It's drifted all the way over everybody's head and it's gone out of play for a goal kick, I think. But to his bemusement, Adam Thompson is being instructed by one of the more exuberant Town fans to abandon his post on halfway and stride up into the opposition penalty area. He wasn't having any of it though. It all came to naught. The corner was overhit and went out for a goal kick.
Maybe they should have listened to Dave there. It would have been a good plan. It would have been better than the one they pulled off in the end. More effective anyway. So yeah, bemused Thompson there. It was quite amusing. Probably the highlight of the day, seeing his expression.
Talking of Adam Thompson, we mentioned in the first half how he's been doing the talking. I'll be interested to see when the wholesale changes come at some point in the second half and Zav Benjamin, Henry Hawkins emerge onto the pitch. Who's going to be the talker then? Because they're good defenders but relatively quiet souls. The ball's gone over the head of Thompson, however, and trialist A did well to clear the danger. He was under pressure from two players facing his own goal. Danger's not over though. Neat turn, Zidane turn there from Cruyff turn from the number 12, who's then won a free kick just outside the D, slightly to the left. It's another dangerous position. Walthamstow made a mess of their first half free kick from shooting opportunity. They just drifted the ball aimlessly out of play. I think they're going to make more of it this time round. It's probably a better position. It's slightly closer, about 20 yards out, just to left of centre.
Yeah, it's just out the edge of the box there, left to centre, and it's a great position if you've got a good right foot to curl it in, really. It looks as though number 16 is going to take it.
Yeah, if there's any danger for 16, it might be it's a bit too close, perhaps, to get up and down. It's a four-man wall for Town. I can see Wood, Parcell, Youngs is facing Forster doing the arranging. I think that's one of the trialists in there as well. So four-man wall, 16 steps up, shoots. Oh, brilliant goal! Brilliant goal from Walthamstow. The number 16, right foot, free kick. Curled it over Reece Forster into the top left corner as Forster looked. Brilliant free kick. And after 55 minutes, it's Walthamstow 1, Enfield Town 0.
Yeah, kind of actually called it. Looked a really good position there for a right footer, and he belted it. Fantastic goal, actually. Top right corner, no chance for Reece Forster. Fantastic goal, and yeah, excellent. You can't complain about that. It's unstoppable.
He didn't really have to get it up and down, did he? He just sort of picked his shot. He curled it around the wall. It was always rising. Forster, yeah, very pacey. A lot of whip on it. I wonder, I didn't really keep an eye on Forster's position. We don't have the benefit of a replay. I wonder if Forster will be disappointed that he didn't quite get there. But if he were standing at the other end, and I think he was, he had to scramble all the way across goal. He was full stretch trying to get there. He will be disappointed, goalkeepers always are, but it was a brilliant free kick, taking nothing away from the number 16 for Walthamstow. And after 56 minutes then, it's Walthamstow 1, Enfield Town 0. But that will spur a bit more fluidity into Town's play. Donaldson takes the throw halfway inside the Walthamstow half for Town, gives it to trialist wearing 7. He's been impressive out on the left for Town. It's another throw to Town, this time level with the edge of the Walthamstow area, and Donaldson's got a long throw in him. The Walthamstow number 11 curiously falls over himself, just collapsed to the ground. He's picked himself up. In comes the long throw from Donaldson to the edge of the area. Flick from Town. It's got to come out to Leonard. Now it might come out to Mickey Parcell. Sliding challenge there from Walthamstow to win the ball. And now they play it forward long. Trialist A for Town does well. First to intercept the pass, then to beat 3 players bringing it forward, but his pass has gone astray. Walthamstow played a ball back up the field, and it's out of play for a Town throw in the right back position, which Jones will take. Town's substitutes are stripped and ready. Several of them limbering up, putting on their yellow shirts. You can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them so far. As Forster goes long up towards Tommy Wood outside the Walthamstow area. It's a Walthamstow head in it initially. Parcell tries to retrieve, but Walthamstow get there first. Just 10 yards inside their own half now, Walthamstow. Right and halfway on the left. They play it neatly backwards to Brownston. His attempted clearance is charged down by Billy Leonard. Trialist C for Town, wearing 10. He's bundled over. Ref lets it go. Sam Youngs tries to get a foot in there. Eventually a combination of Youngs and Parcell win the ball back. Youngs, neat turn there from the right touchline infield, gives it to Wood, back to goal, tries to give it back to Youngs, asks a bit too much of him. Youngs is forced to go backwards, gives it to Thompson, puts him under a little bit of pressure, but Thompson picks it up, goes out on the gallop, out towards the left, now gives it to Donaldson. Donaldson back there to the Trialist B, now wearing 7. Thompson stayed out on the left, gives it back to Trialist B, wearing 7. He's stopped in his tracks there by a strong tackle by who we think is Junior Luke for Walthamstow. He's on the gallop now, and free kick given away by Town on halfway. Free kick to Walthamstow just right of centre. 59 minutes gone. Walthamstow 1, Enfield Town 0. Town haven't made any substitutions yet, but a whole gaggle, veritable phalanx of substitutes are awaiting their summons. 8, John's counted, waiting to come on. So perhaps, John, if you try to monitor who try to monitor who goes off, John, when these substitutions happen. I'll try to keep track of who's coming on. They haven't happened yet, though. Walthamstow are going to take the free kick. In fact, the goalkeeper, David Hughes, has come right the way up to the centre circle, near enough to take the free kick. Town players are now starting to drip on to the pitch. So Thompson's going off, Donaldson's going off,
Wood's gone off.
Youngs is off, Tommy Wood, Thompson, Jones. Reece Forster's gone off, A.D. Connolly's on, Zav Benjamin's on at centre back, Jay Lambert's on at centre back. So where's Hawkins going to go? Right, Benjamin, Hawkins and Lambert are all in situ, and it looks like Lambert's playing left back, Benjamin right-sided centre back, Hawkins left-sided centre back. Joe Payne's come on as well. So are Town switching to, it's still a 4-4-2 I think, or are they switching to a back 5? Well, they're on a retreat, so it's a bit difficult to judge. It's a bit difficult to judge the formation because they've stretched out across the pitch to defend this free kick. There's a trialist without a shirt number. There's another is that a trialist wearing 7? Or is that the same trialist? Right, Bailey Brown's come on as well. So he's gone back into the back line to defend this free kick. I think that's a trialist wearing 17 who's cleared it for Town. Now a trialist without shirt number picks it up. Another trialist plays it forward. Trialist without a shirt number. The shorts are slightly falling down as well. Looks like trialist B, who was wearing number 7, has switched from the left to the right, and the rain is lashing down now as well. That's the sound. I was wondering what that machine gun rattle was. The rain is tipping down onto the pitch, for which the groundsman will be grateful. Grass will suddenly spring into a greener colour. Bailey Brown wins his first header of pre-season, gives it to trialist C wearing 10. In a puff of sand it goes across to trialist B wearing 7. He's reappeared out on the right, which appeared to be his favoured foot, the right, so we'll see what he makes of this. So it looks like Town have, well, certainly 3 at the back. Are they playing a back 3 then, with Jay Lambert as the left sided of the back 3, Hawkins central and Zav Benjamin? Meantime, Walthamstow have cleared the ball from their area. Zav Benjamin's going to challenge for a header here. He's dragged to the ground, everybody's falling over in the middle there. Play goes on. Walthamstow tried to force the ball forward, and Jay Lambert will get his first touch. Gives it back to A.D. Connolly. Good to see him back on the pitch and playing again. Ball's played up the pitch. Trialist without a shirt number. Can't keep it in play, and it's out for a throw to Walthamstow. Well, the weather gods weren't too happy with that. We're after substitutions, and they've shown their anger by absolutely opening the clouds and unleashing a torrent of rain upon the pitch. Payne plays it forward up the left. I think this is a trialist without a number. Left wing, Payne, first time cross, low into the area, half cleared by Walthamstow. It's allowed to bounce, but a good shout from their goalkeeper Hughes. And he gathers. And just after the hour mark, it's still Walthamstow 1, Enfield Town 0. Still trying to work out. That looks like a back three with wing backs. Joe Payne, left wing back, and 17 trialist right wing back. Yeah, 3-5-2/5-3-2. It's come out to the left for Walthamstow, this near side, number 12. He's up against two trialists for Town. One of them, number 7, who's played the first half and is now switched to the right flank for Town. He got a foot in, but it's gone out of play for a throw. It's been the strangest weather all day. I've felt too warm in here with my hoodie on. Felt too warm with tracksuit bottoms rather than shorts, and now it's become a lot colder. The heavens have opened. And it's going to be a long throw to Walthamstow, which Elliott will take from the left, 20 yards from goal, hurls it into the edge of the 6-yard box. It's come out to the edge of the area. In comes a shot. Oh, well, that flew like an absolute rocket from the left foot of number 11 from about 15 yards out. It was a long throw, half cleared, bounced loose in the area. Number 11 struck it. If it hadn't been for the scaffolding behind the goal, that would still be travelling across London. Pitt smoothed it, didn't he?
Yeah, it was a good Kitty, really smoothed it, just wide again. It's 2 he's had now onto the left side of the goal when shooting, but there seems to be a threat. I think Walthamstow have been putting good shift in this second half.
Yeah, I've been impressed. The gulf in divisions hasn't really shown at any point, and I thought it maybe might show at the start of the second half as the trialist without a number for Town breaks down the left outside the area, down by the byline, wriggles towards the byline, gets a low cross into the area, but it's gone behind. Town are appealing pretty vociferously for a corner. The
goal scorer, Alfie Gilby.
The usually mild-mannered Bailey Brown was voicing his protest there, but it's been given as a goal kick. Been reliably informed that the goal was scored by Alfie Gilby. He of the Beckham-esque right foot. And what a goal it was. That's the goal that separates the two teams. It was scored 10 minutes into the second half. That was 10 minutes ago.
Alfie Gilby scored the third of the match against Aveley, I believe. So he's a good finisher by the sound of things, and definitely looked a good finish there.
Yeah, I mean, that's one he'll tell the grandchildren about, I think, that one. Walthamstow have cleared the ball long down the centre. It's squirted out here to the left, the near side. 17 for them, trying to take on his man, but 7 cuts it out for Town. It's cleared up the line by one of the trialists. The number 10 for Town can't quite hold it up. Does really well there to get back. Concedes nothing more than a throw. Holds up innocent hands, you know the sort. Footballers' innocent hands. Who, I? Absolutely not. And the referee agreed with him. No foul was given, it's just a throw. Max Brownston will take the throw for Walthamstow. Just inside his own half on the left. Appeals for foul throw from some of the more vocal Town fans. Ball's come back to Brownston. He's now dribbling forward. He's beaten 2, and then a no-nonsense clearance from trialist. Well, one of the trialists wearing 17, and Town have won a free kick after all that. What are you hoping to see from the Town more regular players, the non-trialists, so Zav Benjamin, Henry Hawkins, Bailey Brown? What are you hoping to see from them in this punctuated second half for them?
Yeah, the good thing is they've got competition now, I think, with Avon Jones, and so it's going to be interesting how we set our stall when the actual season starts. But it's too early to judge or assess. But we've got some decent players at the back, though, which is really boosts our morale, especially we're bound to get some injuries during the season. So the good thing is it's always good cover as well, which is a bit more strength and depth in the squad that we need.
Some really neat interplay there from Town, working it forward on the right, involving Zav Benjamin and 3 trialists. It's been half cleared, but it's come out to Jay Lambert. Good to see him back from injury as well. He gives it wide left to Joe Payne. Payne takes the touch, crosses into the area. Brown Rose didn't really get the sweetest connection. It just went high rather than directed, and the goalkeeper's able to gather for Walthamstow. Caught up with Zav Benjamin after the Wimbledon game, and he said he's equally happy at regular right back or right-sided centre-back. He said it's much of a muchness for him. He's a very laid-back character, so he didn't look too ruffled by the change in formation that Gav's brought in. Walthamstow have won a 50-50 tussle on halfway. They played it up the line. It's been forced back by a Town trialist. Back again with Walthamstow on the left. Number 12 for them. Level with the edge of the area. Tackle comes in from Town's trialist B, wearing 7. Spins off a Walthamstow player. It's going to be a throw to Town. It's a complete lineup of trialists on this near side the right, from right back to right-sided centre-back to right wing to right-sided forward. One of them, number 10, is caught a bit late there, but play's going on. Trialist without a shirt number is then tackled aggressively but very fairly by Brownston for Walthamstow. Number 10 for Town leaves it for trialist 17 for Town. Trialist 17 throws it long to trialist 10 for Town. Both sides appeal for free kick. A bit of afters there between number 3 and 10, and everyone's getting involved. A little bit of a melee. I'm legally obliged to say that this is the sort of thing we don't want to see in a football pitch. Especially friendly, but the secret between you and me, I love seeing this sort of thing. Bit of push and shove, everyone getting involved. Strange that it was one of the trialists getting involved, but there was a bit of needle. I saw a little bit of afters between the two of them. It was the trialist who was crunched with that firm but fair challenge. He rose to his feet. He's wearing number 10 for Enfield. He rose to his feet and gave a little bit of afters to the number 3 for Walthamstow, and they're going to have a little kiss and cuddle and make up and be best friends. The referee's having a word with them, and much ado about nothing in the end, John.
Yeah, it's about a bit of a heated thing, but it's sports, competitive, and I don't think there's much in that tackle, but it was a good tackle, to be fair, by Brownston. They sorted out fairly. Nothing more than that, really.
Yeah, taking a leaf out of the cricketers' books, I think. Just looking like they cared. As Hawkins is then dragged to ground, and that takes some doing. Just before the match, I found myself surrounded by Hawkins, Zav Benjamin and Bailey Brown, and I've never felt shorter in my life. They're absolute giants, those three. You don't quite realise it when you're seeing them on the pitch, but when you stand next to them and just stare vertically upwards, oh goodness. The ball's lobbed forward on the right by Walthamstow, headed half clear by Town on halfway. Brown's going to compete, Benjamin's going to compete, but the ball's lobbed forward by Walthamstow, and A.D. Connolly makes maximum use of his penalty area there, came right to the edge of it and gathered into the bread bowl. Good to see him back after a really serious long-term injury he suffered last season. His long kick is flicked on by the trialist 10 for Town, but too much energy on it for the trialist with no number. And it's through to the goalkeeper for Walthamstow. And with 19 minutes remaining, it's Walthamstow 1, Enfield Town 0. I know we say in these friendlies the results don't really matter, it's more about the performance, but will Town manager Gavin McPherson be a bit miffed if it stays this way, John?
Yeah, I'd certainly be miffed. Never mind Gavin, I think. But it's really, when you think about two divisions difference, we should be playing better. At the moment, you can't tell who's the team in the lower division, basically, at the moment.
Number 4 for Town, one of the trialists. First time I've seen him really put his foot on the ball. It seemed neat enough, and then he very casually sprayed the ball out to the left, but he overhit it and it went beyond Joe Payne and out for a throw. I do wonder how the management assess all the different trialists as well. I guess it's a combination of match time and training, but when there's 6 different trialists on the pitch, what are they looking at? Payne's cleared the ball up the line, but Walthamstow have picked it up and played it over halfway. It's come back. Well, it's just pinging back and forth at the moment. No one's really putting a foot on it. Right on cue, Hawkins lobs the ball high into the air as well. A bit of a clash of heads there. Late one from the trialist with no shirt number. It's getting a bit heated and a bit tetchy out there. There's some feisty challenges. I wouldn't say late ones, but feisty challenges. Number 4's been sold short there. Scrappy's the word, John. 12 has done well there for Walthamstow. He's chipped the ball forward in towards the Town area. 17's missed it for Town, and 12 for Walthamstow's picked it up. Walthamstow in possession down by the left corner flag. Played back towards Brownston. Their left back hoists it high up into the air towards the edge of the area. It's allowed to bounce once. Hawkins inevitably will win the header. But then Walthamstow pick it up outside the edge of the area. Think about a shot. Played wide. Still Walthamstow in possession. 17. Left corner of the area. Right foot shot. Charged down by Town. Picked up by Brownston. Left side of the area. Charge down shot. It's going to come out to Jay Lambert. Takes a couple of touches, Lambert, then sprays it forward up the line on the left. Something for trialist without a shirt number to chase. Can't quite keep it in. And it's gone out to play for Walthamstow. Throw in their right back position. I'm pleased to see Jay Lambert. He appeared in the 2 cup games for Town. Ignominious exits though they were last season. I liked the cut of his jib when he played centre back last season. Not just because he's a Lucas Bergvall lookalike, but he's a good defender, but he's also very comfortable on the ball in possession.
He's a very technical player. Does read the game really well, and he's a bit. He's not a soft touch either. So I think what's Town are lacking at the moment from the last 2 matches I've seen live. Is creativity, not so much. Only maybe a few times we look at threats from breakaways or crosses. But yeah, I haven't seen anything to say, oh, this is a great playmaker at this stage, but who knows?
Yeah, I suppose there are multiple areas we were talking about pre-season that in which we wanted Town to strengthen. Up front certainly being one of them, and in Tommy Wood they look to have a really strong signing. Eddie Connolly is under pressure there. He's being pressurised to distribute from the back, and he's given it straight to Walthamstow on the edge of the area. Town have rectified it and cleared it up towards halfway. Number 3 has it stolen off in for Walthamstow by the Town trialist with no shirt number, who's turned his man. He's doing well here. 3's hanging on to him. Takes a second Walthamstow player to come across, puts it out of play. The whistle's gone. See what the ref's given there. If it's a free kick, I think it might be. It is a free kick to Town. Halfway inside the Walthamstow half, right on the right touchline, and Joe Payne's come all the way across to the right to take a left-footed free kick. There will, however, be a stoppage. Exactly half an hour played in the second half because the Walthamstow player has had enough and he's sat himself down in the D. And he's picked himself up now a little gingerly. I'm curious as to whether he's wearing shin pads. His socks are very low. He's now trudging off. Is he going off, or is he just taking up a station? Well, the referee's not interested in him anymore. He's turned his back on him. 3's trudging off towards the touchline. Yep, he's going off. So there's going to be a substitution. Number 8, beg your pardon, for Walthamstow is going off. He's going to be replaced by somebody whose shirt number I can't see because he's facing us. And Joe Payne is preparing to take this free kick. Halfway inside the Walthamstow half, 5 yards in from the touchline, there's a one-man wall, a perfunctory wall. Wall in name only. Payne lines up the free kick. Town have 4 players in a conga line by just left of the penalty spot. In comes the free kick from Payne towards the back post. Keeper comes up really well, gets 2 fists on that, punches it out for a throw. And Joe Payne, well, he's only on for half an hour, so he might as well gallop across to the far side to take this. In fact, he's going to receive it, and he gives it back to the trialist, who crosses from the left for Town. Unopposed defending header for Walthamstow there, and they can smash the ball over halfway. Jay Lambert's chasing that, but Connolly has put a name on it. A.D. Connolly, the Town substitute goalkeeper, has cleared it up the line. Hawkins was given a shove mid-air there, but play's gone on, and number 10 for Town, the trialist, can pick it up on the left flank, holds it up, tries to play it infield to the trialist without a shirt number. Ball's gone behind the Walthamstow goal, and it's a corner to Town, and it looks like trialist wearing 7 is trotting across to take that. What have you made of Town since that raft of substitutions? Have they lost fluency, or did they ever have any fluency in the first place?
I didn't think they really had that much fluency either, I think. And it seems to have got worse, if anything, the fluency, I think. And yeah, we just got another corner.
Number 7 will take it, keeping the regulars awake. In comes the corner towards the back post. Acrobatic efforts from the back post. Keeper manages to save. Attempted hook back in there by one of the trialists. Another trialist puts a foot on it. It's half cleared off the line. It's bounced out of play. It's going to be another corner. Well, a bit of a scramble there. Quite the melee at the back. No real clear-cut chances. Just the ball ping-balling around and Town players trying in ungainly fashion to force towards goal. 7 will take another corner from Town's left as they attack. In it comes, right-footed towards the back post. It's over everyone's head. Walthamstow eventually get half a head on it. Ball's going to trickle out of play. It's a throw to Town, level with the edge off the area on the right. That's Joe Payne who's come across to take it. He's wearing the captain's armband, I think. Payne in this much changed Town second half lineup, or last half hour lineup. Payne, long throw from the right and towards the near post. It's flicked on. Oh, and trialist without a shirt number from close range. It bounced off his thigh, I think, and straight into the keeper's hands. I think Bailey Brown might have got the flick at the near post. It came a bit too quickly for the trialist without a shirt number to readjust his limbs, and really the ball bounced off him rather than he making firm contact with it, and from a yard or so out it just looped gently into the hands of the goalkeeper. Half a chance there though for Town.
Yeah, it was a half chance, but I think it just hit him too soon really, and too close. His body couldn't react quick enough. A bit fortuitous, they bounced straight to the keeper, but it was a good position. He's done well, the keeper, for Walthamstow. And like I said, it seems you can't tell the difference in who's 2 divisions below the other, and it's fairly even though it's 1-0. But yeah, not lacking creativity, and I think, dare I say, they're not closing down quick enough at times, or as a unit. Second half, I suppose all the changes, so much going on, it's hard to do that.
I was going to say, the last 20 or so minutes there have been exonerating circumstances because, okay, Benjamin and Hawkins know each other, but this is by and large a group of strangers being thrown together in a slightly unfamiliar formation. I think a lack of fluency can be excused at this stage. The first half a little less so, in my opinion. Youngs, Parcell, Thompson, Woods, Leonard, there are enough regulars out there, but it's been scrappy and bitty in the second half, and what Town have created has sort of been from the flanks and from set pieces. Lambert's done well there under pressure, giving it back to Hawkins. Only half a clearance there. It's going to come to Walthamstow, the edge of the area. In comes a low shot. Well, forced to, Connolly spilled it, and he's spilled the second attempt. He did get the ball first. Player went over him as he dived forward to punch along the ground. Jay Lambert's done well there to wriggle out of danger, and then he was tackled in the end but won the throw. Connolly there, the shot from about the edge of the area came fairly directly at him. It did bobble a bit. He spilt it initially, then went diving forward along the ground to punch clear the rebound. Just about got there first, and the Walthamstow player went over him. So never a penalty, but slightly nervy moment there for A.D. Connolly.
Yeah, it could have done better, really. I think it's and it could have. Fortunately, just connect with it. Otherwise, it could have been a penalty. But yeah, it is quite bobbly though, the pitch, so it could have bobbled a little bit. But I guess with experience, could have done better. Still think though.
Well, this is the time to make mistakes, I guess. Pre-season, he had a strong loan campaign last season. Kings Langley, Eddie Connolly. 9 minutes to go. It's Walthamstow 1, Town 0. There's an odd sort of delay in which everyone's taking an age to retrieve the ball, and it's kind of in keeping with the nature of the play. It's all bitty and scrappy. Town have edged their way in rugby fashion about 10 yards up the pitch. They've got another throw on the left. They've stolen a few yards. The referee's not having any of it. Joe Payne will have to march back 5 yards to the halfway line to take this throw. Out on the left. 8.5 minutes remaining. He steals 5 yards anyway when he takes the throw. Then the ball bounces off. Bailey Brown, I think, up the pitch, and it's a Walthamstow throw in their right back position. Walthamstow 1, Enfield Town 0. Town have taken off all their regulars after about an hour's play. A few of the trialists remain. They're going to complete the hour. But otherwise it's a much changed team in these latter stages, as one of the trialists is under pressure inside his own area for Town. He's forced to put the ball out of play for a throw to Walthamstow, high up the pitch for them. only 5 yards from the corner flag as they go forward on the right. And Town are going to drag 9 of their 10 outfield players back into their own area to defend this, because Walthamstow have shown a penchant for the long throw from either side. And Elliott, who's not running too freely, is he? Looks like, I know there's sand on the pitch, but he looks like he's chugging through quicksand there to retrieve the ball.
Unfit.
I don't want to, hesitated to say it, but yeah, it looks slightly out of shape.
It's like, I felt after my holiday.
It's a bit rich to criticise from up here, though. I don't think I could do much better after 80 minutes chugging up and down a pitch. In comes the throw then, a long one from Elliott into the penalty area. It's headed clear by Brown. Got distance on that throw, and then Town trialist without a shirt number has conceded a free kick as he tried to break away. So it's a free kick in a pretty dangerous position, this, for Walthamstow. It's about halfway inside the Town half on the right. It's a good attacking position to swing the ball into the area. Benjamin, Hawkins and Brown and Lambert all back there, so you'd back Town to win whatever goes in the air. One-man wall for Town as the free kick now comes in from the goal scorer. Towards the back post, it's headed just over the bar by the Walthamstow player. It was a really dangerous free kick. Whipped in pretty much into the 6-yard box, just left off centre. Walthamstow player got there first but couldn't control it. Having said that, Town should deal with anything in the air. They didn't there. It was pretty much a free header for Walthamstow. Yeah,
it's a bit worrying actually. It was a totally free header, and he should have done better really, and it would have been a certain goal. But got into a bit of space there. It's good cross, I guess, but still could have done better, dealt with it better at the back.
5 minutes remaining, and although there's still a good amount of football left to play with a much changed team, I'm going to ask you, John, to give a bit of thought to your outstanding player of the match from a Town perspective. What was it they were calling them in the Club World Cup? They had a ridiculous name for the player of the match, didn't they?
Oh, was it? Yeah.
It was the magnificent performer of the match or something like that. It was one of these odd innovations from FIFA. Walthamstow have taken their throw. It's gone back to the goalkeeper and then been hooked up the pitch. Now it's going to be picked up by the trialist B, number 7, trying to find shirt with no name, with no number. Trialist B is 1 of 50-50 there. It was a very late sliding challenge from number 11 from Walthamstow. Attracted a few oohs from the crowd, but the referee saw nothing amiss. Ball's gone out of play. It's a throw to Walthamstow in their left back position inside their own half. Up it goes up the line from Brownston. Trialist B for Town hooks it into the air. Trialist without a shirt number appeals for that. It's kept in play just about. Nope, it's gone out. Flag's gone up. Bearded linesman spotted that. Throw to Town on halfway on the right. Trialist 17 will take for Town on the halfway line, wearing black boots. Bit of a rarity these days. Ball's come back out to Lambert. Nice first time pass from him to 17 bursting forward, gives it to Bailey Brown. First time pass back to 4. Trialist for Town, spreads it wide left. Jay Lambert takes a touch, drills it up the pitch, finds Brown goes to ground. Ref waves play on. Forward ball by Walthamstow's cut out by Lambert shoves it forward towards Brown. He's beaten to it. Walthamstow can bring forward inside their own half, just inside the centre circle. Brown a little late there, looking like it's his first game back from pre-season. Walthamstow try to play the ball forward. Hawkins cuts it out. Walthamstow inside the Town half now, but Sav Benjamin clears that up neatly enough, gives it back to Adi Connolly. His first time ball clearance up the pitch goes out of play, and it's caught by Gavin McPherson outside the Town dugout. Standout performer of the match, John?
I can't be honest, it's really hard to pick anybody. I'd be lying if I said there was somebody outstanding. In the first half, probably trialist B, number 7. The second half, he's fizzled out a little bit, playing on the right side. And he had his best chance in the second half when he was on the left again, which is interesting. So that seems to be his stronger side from what I've said so far. But other than that, there hasn't been too much to go on about. But good to see Lambert back though, and he's been pretty solid since he's been on the pitch.
Yeah, he's having a good game. Number 4 and Benjamin linked up well a moment ago, and 4's just given it to Bailey Brown, who's just shoved a man to the ground. The ref's waved play on. Payne's given it to Trialist on the far side. The left crosses infield for Town, headed clear by Walthamstow out to the edge of the area. There's a Walthamstow player down. He was felled by Brown earlier. Still not very happy with life, still in his haunches. Now the referee's taken mercy on him, blown the whistle. He's on all fours. I sympathise. I wouldn't like to be felled by Bailey Brown.
It was a fair challenge, but obviously he's about a foot taller than him and about a foot wider than him, so it was inevitable what was going to happen when they collided. I actually prayed for him for seconds when he went down there, but he recovered, Lord, thank you. It was interesting.
Play restarted with an uncontested drop ball, and Joe Payne wasted no time in crossing it into the area. It was a good cross, but no Town player could connect. It's been half cleared by Walthamstow. Benjamin did well, but 17's given it away. Benjamin's now having to gallop back to make up for 17's mistake. Benjamin's got back. 12's on the run on the left for Walthamstow. Benjamin got all the way back, cut out the cross, and after all that, the flag has gone up.
5 minutes ago.
I think the ref just didn't spot that and let Benjamin show a burst of pace to get back and clear up others' mistakes there. Well done, Zav Benjamin. It was all to no avail because it was offside anyway, and A.D. Connolly is bringing the ball forward to take a free kick. So in the final 90 seconds of the match, before added time anyway, it's Walthamstow 1, Enfield Town 0. A.D. Connolly to take the free kick from high inside his own half, and he plays it up towards Joe Payne. Payne's flicked header, headed clear by Walthamstow. Hooked clear now by Walthamstow. That's one of the longest clearances of the night. Hawkins puts a head on it. That must have hurt. Jay Lambert helps it on. He's been impressive since he came on, Lambert. It's one of the trialists now speeding down the left for Town. And he's beaten his man. Then he's felled. That's going to be a free kick down by the corner flag on the left. Final chance, well, one of the last chances for Town to get the ball into the area and perhaps salvage a result. She'll just make the pre-season scorelines look a little prettier if they can get something from this. It's felt like a 1-0 defeat, hasn't it, John?
Yeah, it feels like it really. There's no real proper chance of this half, apart from a miss hit, one by Sam Youngs, and similar with the trialist with no number on.
So here's the opportunity then. I think it's a trialist on the far side, down by the corner flag, underneath the floodlights. Double teapot going on. He's got both hands on his hips. Town have got 6 players massed around a penalty spot. In comes the set piece. It's over. It's headed clear by Walthamstow just as Hawkins was levering himself upwards. Town trialist number 4, who's grown into the game. He looks good on the ball, and he showed a bit of defensive mettle there as well, just to shield the ball. Shepherded out of play for a throw.
Number 17 on against Wimbledon, number 4.
Well spotted, John. Wearing 4 tonight, was wearing 17 against Wimbledon. As Town look to break forward, the goalkeeper's come sliding out for Walthamstow. His defenders help him out. It's going to be a throw to Town, level with the edge of the area on the left. We're into added time now. Whatever the referee is going to allow, it's at his discretion, but there's a Walthamstow player down. I think that's textbook writhing. Down on the far side, he looks in some discomfort. When play restarts, it's going to be with the ball in Joe Payne's hands, and that suggests we might get a long throw as we're in added time. But yeah, number 4 tonight, he was wearing 17, we think, against Wimbledon. He's looked neat and tidy in a position just in front of the back 4. Ball's given back to Lambert, and he lobs a high ball on. Having sung his praises, that's commentator's curse on Lambert there, because that was aimless, that long ball. And it's going to have to play for a goal kick. Goal kick to Walthamstow. Coming up next, it's Potters Bar away for Town this Saturday at 3, so there'll be live commentary of that on the same website, the club website. What you might call the Reece Beckles-Richards derby. The goal kick is taken by Walthamstow, bounces out of play in front of the Walthamstow dugout. There's a bit of difficulty in retrieving the ball here. Lambert's given up, left Joe Payne to take a replacement ball. The throw doesn't come to anything. There's more rain falling now as Town try to lob the ball forward. It's lobbed straight back whence it came. It's going to fall out of play here for a Town throw on this near side. As the final whistle goes, time is up. Town have lost for the first time this pre-season. Walthamstow 1, Enfield Town 0. The goal came after 55 minutes, direct from a free kick from Walthamstow. Brilliant free kick from about 20 yards just to the right, just to the left of the D, right-footed into the top corner. No stopping that. However, it was the only spot of brilliance in an otherwise fairly dour sort of match. Scrappy, high intensity, not much creativity. Town started with 8 regulars and 3 trialists in the first half. On the hour mark, they made, I think, 8 changes, and all the regulars went off. A few familiar names did come back on to replace them, but all semblance of cohesion disappeared at that point. But for that first hour, at least, what did you make of the Town performance, John?
First hour, it looked pretty solid, I guess, it wasn't, but not too fancy either. I mean, it was very scrappy the whole game, really, and you can see everybody's pretty rusty, and the pitch didn't help, I guess. It was quite bobbly, but making no excuses. I think Walthamstow probably deserved it with that fantastic goal. I mean, it was an awesome goal. So credit where it's due. Good, well done, Walthamstow, for the rest of the season as well. And I think it'd be interesting. There's so many changes, like you said. There's no cohesion really, so it's difficult to assess the trialist. Number 4, he was number 17 with the Wimbledon game. Like to see a bit more of him actually, a bit more game time because he's like his technical ability. Like I said, number 7 did well as well, but it fizzled out a little bit in the second half. But I guess when you've got nobody in the middle to distribute the ball and have any creativity, you're kind of going to lack that finesse and to get more of the ball, really. And there was no real through beautiful pass that we can say in the whole game. So a little bit critical, even though it's a friendly. But you think we can need some little more creativity in the middle, if anything, at this stage. But it's early days.
Town have, to their credit, the Town players have trotted around the pitch in the pouring rain to applaud the diehards who were behind the goal. There's a smattering of Town players still around. The trophy presentation is going to take place now because this is the Caelan Dennis Memorial Cup in memory of Caelan Dennis, who died aged just 17 last December. Tragic passing, collapsed in the middle of a football match. This trophy has been named in his honour and it's going to go to Walthamstow, and well deserved it is, so well done they. And the Town players, to their credit, are staying in position to watch and applaud the presentation. While that goes on, John, a couple more questions. What do you make, a round of applause there being given to the Walthamstow players as they take the trophy, the Caelan Dennis Memorial Cup, and a fine looking trophy it is as well. It's decent size, and they look very happy with themselves. They're
The Europa League one.
posing for a trophy. Let's not get carried away. They're posing for a photo with it, and the Town players are getting involved in the photo as well, which is a nice tribute to Caelan Dennis. While we're still on air, we'll stay on air for a couple of minutes just to digest. This is the latest game in pre-season that Town have adopted this new 4 at the back formation. It's going back to the 90s, really, isn't it? 4-4-2 formation. It looks defensively solid. What have you made of it, all things considered?
I think it's worth a try at this stage of the season. This is when you can experiment, and it hasn't really failed us in some ways, because that goal was a wonder goal, so we couldn't really blame the defence for that one. Or even the goalkeeper. I think it's interesting, but I think it's going to be adapting it, different games, 4-4-2, 3-5-2, depending on the players available as well. What I'm really looking forward to is seeing Tommy Woods combined with Lamar Reynolds once he gets clearance, because I think that'll be a potent force, because he's definitely the player who can head a ball and a bit of a physical presence. So I'm really looking forward to it, because I believe Lamar Reynolds is quite pacey forward as well, so that's what's going to happen. But the thing is, for me at this early stage, is creativity in the middle that's questionable at this stage, but it's really early days, so I don't want to be too picky.
On you go, John. I'm just going to field a question.
So there'll be definite coverage at Potter's Bar with this on Saturday with Paul and Michael, as I will be away that weekend. But yeah, I've no doubt I'll be listening to the commentary while I'm at the Royal International Air Tattoo.
You mentioned Tommy Wood, and we were awaiting Lamar Reynolds' international clearance. We understand he is cleared to play in friendlies, so I'm not quite sure why he didn't appear today. We've seen Sam Youngs and Mickey Parcell start the last couple of games. It was good to see Bailey Brown back on the pitch, even if there was limited time and unknown teammates, more or less.
Yeah, it looked obviously rusty. It's his first, 25 minutes, 30 minutes he's played. But we know what he can do, and he can do more than enough for our team, I think, for sure, Bailey Brown. And like you said, he's hard to knock off the ball in that challenge. There was only one winner with Bailey Brown. It was fair challenge, and he just knocked him out the way like he didn't exist. But he did recover, for you listeners out there. He survived it, but it'd be good. And, well, I think Potter's Bar will be a bit of a good test as well. Obviously a division higher than Walthamstow, so it'd be interesting to see how we improve with a kind of technically supposed to be a better team, but then saying Walthamstow, they were really good. I thought a very good solid performance. They didn't make too many changes, but their fitness, everybody's fitness was a bit questionable this time of the year, but they wish them well for the rest of the season. They're a nice side, good side.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see as well who starts in midfield. If we stick with the 4-4-2, if Bailey's going to start on Saturday, who'll drop out of Sam Youngs, Mickey Parcell, etc. We should probably wrap up because we're pretty much the last ones left in the stadium now. Thank you for listening. Hello to John Scott as well, who's listening all the way from Great Yarmouth. Thank you for listening. We'll be back on air 10 to 3, 5 to 3 on Saturday for the Potter's Bar game. That kicks off at 3 o'clock away to Potter's Bar, so if you can't be at the ground, you can tune in and listen. As ever, it's on the club website. Keep an eye on the social media as well. Twitter accounts, Facebook and Instagram, ETFC commentary. Thank you for listening. Until then, I leave you with the full-time score of Walthamstow FC 1, Enfield Town 0.